Right. So this is a letter received. അവരോട് കംപ്ലൈൻറ്റ് അയച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ടീച്ചർ കിട്ടിയ reply ആണ് addressed to Advocate Jesse and Varun. So it has been copied to them. So ഇവിടെ ഒരു ഡേറ്റ് കാണിക്കുന്നുണ്ട് 16/4 ഇത് റിസീവ് ചെയ്ത ഡേറ്റ് ആണ് ബൈ ഹാൻഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നുണ്ട് സർഗല്ല. And it also came by mail. So this is the date it was received, sent by them. So this is probably a reference from the old case, So you know where this came from, and you also take a note of Kerala State Pollution Control Board. They have a Gmail address. So you take a note of that. So this is a Pathanamthitta office which is replying. That is our office. That is ours. So of course they are replying back to the collector as well, district collector as well. And in this, they are only making note that um, everything is in order, but they are using പുതിയ measurements ഒന്നും വെച്ചല്ല, പഴയ measurements തന്നെ വെച്ചാണ്. So they are thinking the world is standing still, everything is standing right, and we don't know anything. ആ പഴയ മെഷർമെൻറ്റ്സ് തന്നെ കളിപ്പിച്ച് പ്ലാന്റ് ഓപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാതെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ദിവസത്തെ എടുത്തൊരു മെഷർമെൻ്റ് ആണ് കൊണ്ടു കൊടുത്തത്. സോ ലെറ്റ്സ് ആസ്ക് ദം, ലെറ്റ്സ് ചാലഞ്ച് പൊല്യൂഷൻ കൺട്രോൾ ബോർഡ് ടു മേക്ക് കോൺസ്റ്റന്റ് മോണിറ്ററിംഗ് ഓർ മേക്ക് എ കറന്റ് മോണിറ്ററിംഗ് measurement right now. Let them make a measurement right now when the plant is operating completely, and we will look at the validity of all the measurements. So you will all have a chance to take a look at it. So that is what you need to request. And what we need is constant measuring so that nobody tampers it. He will coordinate. See, pollution control board, kuttikaden, they are synchronizing and coordinating to cheat. So we cannot allow that. Pollution Control Board has lost all credibility. That is a fact. But since they are authority and we need to write to them, so the challenge is they need to provide us a proof of the readings. Okay, right now. They have to provide the readings when the plant is operating. They need to run this. And better still, coordinate I wonder, you have to put this measurement unit over 500 meters dura. We will provide the location. And we will provide the security for those location. And then, in the absence of it, what we are going to do is we are going to set up our own monitoring system. This is not very hard anymore. So, rightfully, we must show it, ask them, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ we'll have to do it ourselves. The reason നമ്മൾ ഇതുവരെ ചെയ്യാത്തതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് നമ്മുടെ മെഷർമെൻ്റ് ആകും. So it is rightful that we ask them. The better quality equipment that can constantly measure and report to online, real time, don't cost that much money. It's less than about 20, 25, 30,000 rupees. Okay, that everybody can afford that. Kuttikaden can afford. He has probably given gifts and to many people on this regard more than that money. So, he can afford this. So, ഇവിടെ പറയുന്നത് തന്നെയാണ് സ്ക്രബ്ഡ് വാട്ടർ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അത് തന്നെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലയോ, that itself is a problem, which means scrubbed water mechanism of containing this is the emissions, and then collecting the water എങ്ങനെ അവർ ട്രീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് വാട്ടർ പൊല്യൂഷൻ കൂടെ ആവും. സൗണ്ട് പൊല്യൂഷൻ എല്ലാവർക്കും മെഷർ ചെയ്യാനുള്ള മാർഗമുണ്ടോ, ഡെസിബിൾ മീറ്റർ. Even your good phone, a mobile phone can measure that already. So let's not cheat everybody else in it. നമുക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ ഒത്തിരി ഉണ്ട്. So ഈ 93 മീറ്റേഴ്സും 50 മീറ്റേഴ്സും അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത് ഇറ്റ്സ് ബുൾഷിറ്റ്. കാര്യം ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഗ്യാസ് എമിഷൻസ് ആകുള്ളൂ ട്രാവലിംഗ് അപ് ടു 2-3 kilometer radius easily. Okay, easily. And in the conditions of the wind, tower അനുസരിച്ച് it is going up to 5 and 8 kilometers. നമുക്ക് മെഷർ ചെയ്യാം. We can measure as far as that. എല്ലായിടത്തും ഒരു 3-4 പ്ലാന്റ് ഓപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ തലേ ദിവസമുള്ള റീഡിങ് എന്തോ ആണെന്ന് കാണാൻ, ഒരു മഴ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ക്ലീൻ ആയിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ദിവസം എങ്ങനെ മെഷർമെൻറ്റ്, വി ക്യാൻ നോട്ടീസ് ഓൾ ദിസ്. സോ സൺലൈറ്റ് ഇസ് ദ ഗുഡ് ഡിസിൻഫെക്റ്റന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോലെ truth. എല്ലാവർക്കും കാണുന്ന പോലെ ഒരു മെഷർമെന്റ് എടുക്കുന്നതാണ് ക്ലാരിറ്റി കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. So are they ready for it? Is pollution control ready for it? ചുമ്മാ hydrocarbons is ready. Is hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, it's all perfectly fine. അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ their word against whose word? Until you measure, quantify, and verify, and compare with standards, you know nothing. So they are cheating. Until now they are cheating. They are still based on it. Today they don't even have a measurement. Today they want to do something, they have to go and find somebody else. They have to go and look for a guy in Ernakulam. Environmental defense, they have to go find him. Measure ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പം വന്ന് ചെയ്തിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. Okay? When the plant operates at full force, that's when you need it. Okay, now. And we don't want a one-off measurements. One snapshot, we want constant measurements. So I've left it there for you to read. Okay. The heating chamber പറ്റി പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. Cyclone separators പറയുന്നത്. Cyclone separators bags എല്ലാം കീറി കിടക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലമാണ്. So ആരാ ഇത് മോണിറ്റർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? Who is monitoring? ഇപ്പോൾ ഇന്നത്തെ emissions എത്ര മോശമാണ്? Who knows? So they are not taking care of any of these things. So ഇന്ന ദിവസം ചെയ്തൊന്നും പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. They have to come clean. Pollution Control Board has to come clean. Leave alone kuttikaden. Pollution Control Board is not doing the right job. They are cheating you. They are the ones who have done you harm. Their information that they provided was accepted as if that is the whole truth, but nothing but the truth in the court. So നിങ്ങളെ എല്ലാവരും കളിപ്പിച്ചു. Pollution Control Board ആണ് നിങ്ങളെ കളിപ്പിച്ചത്. So അവരെ നിങ്ങളെ ഇനിയും കളിപ്പിക്കാൻ സമ്മതിക്കരുത്. You cannot accept this. ചെമ്മിനിയുടെ ഹൈറ്റ് അല്ല ഇന്ന് പ്രശ്നം. ചെമ്മിനി 40 meters 50 meters കൊടുക്കുന്നത് അത്രയും കൂടുതൽ ദൂരമായിട്ട് സ്പ്രെഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ. Particle 2.5 micron to particle 10 micron measure, and it's very easy. These are instruments that are easily available and they can be measured. Occasionally you just need to clean the input, that's all, to get otherwise the readings will just go down. We will come to that anyway. So this being the case, generally said, I have left it, each of them, I will take snapshots and send it to you separately. Each of them, and page by page or section by section, I will take snapshot and send to you separately so that you can read this. Or the whole document, we will send it, after checking with our legal team. How much should everybody have? Actually, all our people should have this. My opinion is there's nothing. അവിടുന്ന് വരുന്ന സർക്കുലർ എല്ലാവരും കാണണം. അവരെന്താ പറയുന്നത് കൂടെ കാണണം. I don't know what this means. I'm not very good at reading Malayalam, but I'll read this eventually. I will raise this up into a machine reader and read it. Okay, Shabdam and Podi. Definitely, I tell you, this will not meet the. See, we know from history where a bitumen plant measurements nobody learned. So we know what these are. That is almost identical to this, and we know what is the noise as measured from a certain distance. Let's say we measure it from 50 meters. So we can extrapolate the noise as it goes further, unless of course അതിൻ്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് ബാരിക്കേഡ്സ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചോ, ട്രീസ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചോ, hills and elevation വേറെയാണെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചോ, then the noise level will change. But what is the direct measurement? Roadside in the measure either എന്തുവാ കിട്ടുന്നത്? You can measure that. So for all this, Pollution Control Board must compare. Provide us the readings. Let's start comparing readings, okay? All right, so that is അതാണ് അവർ ചെയ്തത്. So environmental engineer, has apparently measured this. And then അവർ ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആക്ഷൻ ഒരു സെറ്റ് ഓഫ് ആക്ഷൻസ് ഇൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇത് ചെയ്യണം, അത് ചെയ്യണം, this is all a hogwash. ഇത് ചുമ്മാ അത് ചെയ്യണം, ഇത് ചെയ്യണമെന്നുള്ളൂ. പക്ഷെ there is no use, there's nothing here. ഒരു സെറ്റ് ഓഫ് റൂൾസ് കുട്ടിക്കാരന് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടെന്ന്. These rules don't make your poisons go away. Okay? Just because they may put conveyor belt fully covered top, and it doesn't, the problems will not have a measure go away. Water sprinklers shall be provided with suppression of dust in the premises. Okay, അത് water sprinkler system ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ maybe there will be dust will be a bit irregular, little over, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ stack ചെയ്യുന്ന വരുന്ന particles won't reduce very much. Cyclone filter will reduce some PM10. What should be used in diesel? അങ്ങനത്തെ generic rules ഇപ്പോഴാ തരുന്നേ. This is what is given. Everybody knows this. ഇത് അവരുടെ ഒരു manually lift the stack sampling shall be conducted once in a year. Report shall be furnished to KSB. It shall be made public. Stack sampling ample gas once in a year. എത്ര report നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്? I'm asking all of you, how many reports have you seen? Can they produce reports so far? Is it independently verified? Is it neutrally verified readings? Okay, boundary trees burning. What's the point? The trees might grow and then die. Who cares? But people are going to die. Okay. If the plant, these are certain conditions according to the but these all don't help you. Alkaline scrubbing to removal of VOC. Alkaline scrubbing will not remove VOC completely. And then what do you do when you scrub, and then what the scrubbed water and all the compound treat in ഏതെങ്കിലും sewage വന്ന് അത് എടുത്തിട്ട് പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ വേസ്റ്റ് ആണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് കൊണ്ടുപോകുന്നുണ്ടോ? Observe it. If they may not even be doing that. I'm quite sure he's a cheap scale bugger. He won't do any of these things, no matter how much you tell him. It shall be entire emission. The plant is. You can make any rules like that. The entire emissions will not go through the chimney. It will go through many ways. But even if assuming it goes through the chimney, so what? Where is it going? It's going all around that area. Okay, is there a maintenance schedule and how the maintenance is done? What does that mean to us? Nothing. It means nothing to us. This whole story is a hogwash. You can take a look at this later. It is a total hogwash. That's all I will tell you. This is a total hogwash. Hogwash in an area. If you wash the pig, pig. You wash the pig, no use. A few minutes later, the pig is just about dirty. Just about the same. So let not Pollution Control Board try any new tricks. We want to see all the readings for all the years. And we want constant monitoring. That is our demand. So can all of you demand that from demand, not request. Now it's about time to demand. Okay, now there is one other thing. So they are saying somewhere that the permission has been given, or the license has been given to a certain date. You see, ഒരാൾക്കൊരു driving license, when they violate rules and when they violate things, is the license still valid? No, it cannot be. If they are not complying, what is the basis on which this license was given? It was given on the pretext of a lie. Since it's given on the pretext of a lie, the license should not be valid. That's the point. And I don't know what these days, and maybe they're saying they made inspection on these days. Who gives a damn whether they made an inspection? But nothing is going to come out of it. Okay? Nilavalunda, Third Shabdambo. Apparently they made audio measurements, decibel measurements. But you can go and measure it yourself. All of you can measure. Independently, if 5 people measure it, I would tell you how to measure that. Between 3 or 4, okay, apparently the license is valid till this day. So what? They are not complying. This license itself is based on a lie. If you get, you see, let's say somebody says that he is already of correct age and gets a driving license and then proves that he's not of correct age. Is the license valid or not valid? Logical question. Likewise, ask this question. License கொடுத்தது was based on a lie that everything is fine. Everything is not fine. If you make a measurement correctly, you will know it's not correct. And they don't even have all the capabilities to measure. If you measure it, even with the very limited measurements that they have, if they measure it, will be all way out of scale. On a working plant, a day after the plant works, on the day continuously works, you measure it, it'll be way out of scale. If you can smell it, it is out of whack. All of you, start acting wisely. Act wisely. It's about time to save yourself, save the land, and save the next generation. You can only do it now. You only have a limited amount of time to do that. The longer you keep that, the game is evil. Trust me, it is irreversible. Many countries which had a lot of ample land to destroy have done that, destroyed it, and it will not recover. It will take decades to recover. Nobody can even live in those kind of places. So don't kid yourself, okay? Fight hard. You're fighting for your lives.